Hi there, welcome to the Opa Chan Chatter. I'm here to do a recap with you for Belle Collective. What is this episode? Season 5. I don't know what episode this is. This is the episode that featured on June the 9th. Yeah, June the 9th, 2023. Okay, this episode starts off with So Gucci and Jay, her husband, talking about his mother's coming, and so Gucci is trying to tell her husband that I don't really want your mama to come stay. You know what I'm saying? I need my peace of mind. My home is my sanctuary, and he trying to sell her on the mother coming is going to be a relief for her, so he can have home cooked meal. He get mama's biscuits. She like her coffee at 4. You know, she can make the coffee. You know, the coffee pot to wake him up. He can have home cooked meal and all the reasons why his mother should be there. And I don't know. It seemed like they're acting to me. Like it ain't no like they made up a storyline. Cause eventually after that you see this lady, you hear this lady voice, and the horn blowing all this noise. And I don't think they live in a neighborhood where there's a lot of noise. Because they got a HOA, a homeowners association, and she up there blowing her horn. And boy, Jay, you were supposed to be out here when I pulled up. And I'm just like, I don't mind. I'm saying, if I was so Gucci, even just the sound of her voice in the morning. So anyway, when she come in there, she started telling them how he thinking she coming up there to take care of him, but she done one of them new mamas. She's not doing that. She comes so you can take care of her. She's saying that she gonna stay downstairs and she not gonna come upstairs. Now I don't understand this. When I have, if I have things that I really like, I try to take care of them. But I'm not gonna buy a rug and put it in the house on the floor and put plastic on top of it. I don't even see how you walk on. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I wish I would put covers on my furniture, and my furniture is dark blue. But I say that because I got grandbabies who don't sit at the kitchen counter and eat. They just Cheetos and M&Ms and all that type of stuff be down in my couch and my sofa. But don't nobody live there but So Gucci and her husband. They don't know how to take their shoes off. I think that is so tacky, so ghetto that I don't even know what that means. Just that it's like buying the shit from the store with the plastic on and you just leave it there for what? How can you even enjoy it? Well, anyway, let me get off of that. But when the mama get in, I mean, she look like she get around good. She driving a convertible and she wearing a choker. I don't know how old she is, but she, like I said, she like she's doing okay for herself. So she said she don't know how long she's staying. I guess she gonna leave when she wanna leave. Okay, so I don't know if if he wanna eat that bad, we just get a chef because I ain't listening to that. I don't know. I don't care even if she was my mama. Yeah, so she's like she gonna be running things. Okay, so the next scene. Um is okay, my notes got messed up, so we're gonna go to this So Gucci, Marie and Aisha. They all meet for coffee, lunch, something. They eating somewhere, so they sitting there talking about stuff and and I don't think that Marie should do this because her and Letitia are friends. Letitia are friends. Why is Marie telling Aisha and Gucci Man what happened when they went to when she went to get the apartment for her, and Glenn showed up unannounced because he had put a tracker in her phone and a recorder, so he knew what they was doing. I mean, that's cool, but I ain't that type of friend. I'm not gonna go sit down and talk to our other friends about that. To me, not unless it's something that she wanted to do. I think Marie a little bit messy. So anyway, they started talking, and Latrice is having a new wig relaunch, a launch party or something, and she sent out invitations to everybody. She even sent them to Marie, and Marie was like, "Girl, I ain't going," and how she a snake, and how you can't, and then Gucci, she chimes in on how you can't trust Latrice. You know, I'm gonna have to watch her, and you know how she did her about the real estate stuff. So she's telling Aisha and Marie this. They all already, I think, basically know it. But here is my issue. This is what I think that happened. That usually happens in friend groups. Latrice looking for a place. Gucci sell real estate. She like Gucci. Hey, I'm looking for a building. If Gucci is so Gucci in her real estate, like she said, you already know. The first thing you got to do is get her to sign a contract. See, what you did was because y'all girls, and you thought because y'all was girls, you was locked in, which is what I would have thought too. But that ain't her fault. If you really wanted, if you was really, really doing business, like how business was supposed to be, like how Latrice was handling business, how she got her fucking building without you, but she needed a building, so she got a building. You should have had her sign a contract. If you had a contract, she can't go with nobody else because it's you and her got a contract. She would have to talk to you about that. She wouldn't be able to go get another building. She'd be able to tell you that this other lady got a building. You know how real estate work, but Latrice, that if you lost that business, I mean, yeah, she a girl, but she was handling her business and you wasn't. When you sell real estate, and the reason why I can say I know is because I had the real estate license. I fucking hate real estate. But I had a real estate license, and your thing is to sell or to get it listed. Get it listed or make that sale and get that contract. Because the first thing all realtors usually do is ask you, are you working with another realtor? There you go. Because y'all was friends, you thought you could dust it, and you couldn't. So you just need to leave that alone. Okay, so anyway, as usual, Ikea is at the table. She said she's just sorry for everybody. Sorry for the mama moving in. Sorry Maria ain't getting along with nobody, and so on and so on. I did notice this, though, that I didn't see Tamara this whole episode. Okay, then we go to Aisha and her mom, who ain't her mom. Apparently, Aisha is a child born out of wedlock and born out of a marriage. Her daddy made a baby. Her daddy made a baby outside his marriage. And the biological mama, I guess she probably wasn't in a position to really do nothing. Thought it'd be best if she was adopted by the family. Okay, once her aunt, which is her father's sister, found out that she was a babe, that she was that was her brother's baby, she had to come into the family. So anyway, the sister, her aunt, and her father's parents, her grandfather and grandmother, they all raised her. And the aunt is called grandson, I think I wrote it down. I'll come across it somewhere in here. But anyway, this aunt is a retired PhD, I think twice. She's an anesthesiologist, and she is a therapist. She's a retired anesthesiologist, and she's a therapist. And the aunt came up, I think her name is Sam, the aunt Grand Sam or something. She came up during the Depression, and she was the only child. And everything that her family acquired was passed down to her. And apparently, I don't think she had any of her own children, so Aisha is considered her only child. So they're meeting to go over business stuff. They have a few businesses together, and she's going to Paris for, I don't know, as long as she want to go. Seem like they roll like that. So they're going over this meeting for Aisha to do this Holly. I think they call it the Holly something. The Holly, I don't know their last name, Holly, but it's the the street project that where the one with the Enterprise is supposed to be doing some shit, and you ain't seen her do nothing but have luncheons. Well, anyway, Aisha's taking on probably like the biggest project for any woman in that town because she said that they trying to bring the turn the historical part of downtown, this area, where she has built, where they have she owns a building. Her family has a historical building, like 125 years old. They want to bring art, turn it into an entertainment and art district. You know, like have restaurants, like a lot of. I don't know. To me, it's kind of make them like little Soho villages where you got cafes and you got um, um, public places for people to relax or listen to entertainment, bring in bands, do art exhibits, blah 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 blah. So anyway, while she's sitting there talking, I I don't know. I just felt real funny about it because to me, as formal as her mother is, she seems so stoic. Like when Keisha was saying how if she thinks in her mind about she was a little girl in them streets, she used to be, skipping on and jumping up and down on. Now they are part of her heritage. It really is connecting with her, and then what really connected with her was because she was born out of wedlock. She a bastard. That's what they used to call them. I mean, she know. But she loved. I mean, I don't know. I don't care about all that, but the part, the what I'm trying to hit on is when she was explaining to her how it felt to be accepted like that. It felt good to her. And you know how she was getting so emotional about it when she said, she really got emotional when she said she still remember. I think she was sitting in the church, and it was her and her father, and I think the grandfather walked in, and all he did was look at her and was like, "Yes, she's in Holly." So she was just accepted without her DNA and all that type of stuff. And I said, well, you know what, that's cool. But I wondered, I don't know what made me think this in my head, but it must have bothered me a little bit because I put it down here. I said, would the grandfather have acknowledged her as a Holly or as a family member if she was dark skinned? Back then, down there, people was color struck as a motherfucker, so I'm just saying. Would it have been the same thing? Because during that time, because all of them, you seen what the mama looked like, and you see what she looked like. So I'm just saying. And then when they showed the picture of the family, it was all loud. I was like, I wonder if she was dark. And I don't know. I guess the question was because in my family, I'm an only child. I'm an only child to my parents, who are both deceased. But my grandmother was my complexion, dark like me, but some of her kids were light. And so were her grandkids. And to me, I think my grandmother was color struck a little bit. But because I think I was the darkest grandchild. But I think what saved me is that my father died at a real young age. I probably was about 6 years old. My father probably wasn't even 31. Might not even been 30 years old. And my father passed. So my grandmother treated me like she treated the yellow grandkids. But I always thought that if I was a little bit darker, if he was alive, would it have been different? Because to me, she seemed like she was color struck. God rest your soul, Grandma, but that's what I thought about you. So anyway, there go to Glenn. Oh my gosh, I don't even want to talk about this. This fool's in the studio because he used to rap when he was younger, probably 30-something years ago. And now he talking about, I can't, I gotta get myself right. First of all, I don't even understand I can't even understand when he talk. But he rapping now, and he sounds terrible, and he trying to, I'm singing up with all my heart to let her know. And in the song, he's talking about where did we go wrong? I be like, who the fuck is we? She ain't do nothing wrong. That was you screwing. So anyway, he invite Jay, and Jay show up. And then by this time, I really had enough. Cause he talking, oh, my boy invited me to the studio. It's something he always say. Did I write it down? Um, I don't know. I probably did write it down. But they aggravate me, the two of them. First of all, y'all got to be in your 40s or close to your 40s or mid 40s. Why the fuck is y'all dressing like y'all in high school? And why are y'all talking like y'all in high school? That shit is so, that is the most irritating thing to me. Why is y'all still dressing like y'all kids, wearing these big ass? Did time stop in the city that y'all live in? Y'all still dressing like Run DMC and shit? Y'all grown ass man. Dude, put on a button down, put on a leisure shirt and some jeans and a nice jacket. Why the fuck is y'all walking around like y'all 19 and talking about y'all wearing do-rags and shit? I don't know. I'm glad. I'm glad I got the city slickers got me first. Cause if I'd have fucked with a country dude from the South first, ain't no telling. And all y'all act the same. And what else I wanted to say about that? So anyway, they sitting around, and while they sitting around, Jay, they start talking, and he like, I need Letitia to come home. She playing. I mean, I'm doing everything she say me to do. You not doing everything she say you do, because you was doing everything that you was supposed to be doing, nigga. You would be home with her. That is not hard. You was in the grams, and see this was, and this is another thing that got me too. Okay, so anyway, they doing that thing, and I wanted to say why. I found out why Selena and Gucci don't like each other, and it's because of Jay. Jay let it be known. Okay, first of all, this song, it made him think his ex. I think that's what he said. And then if he ain't say that, he cleared it up just as good when he said, I sat around waiting for her to come back for 3 years. And he act like the reason why he with so Gucci is because he couldn't be with so Selena. So I'm just saying, that's probably what that little beef is between there, is that he keep that shit going because he still got a desire for her. So anyway, I don't think Gucci will be so Gucci about that. But that's the invisible beast. So anyway, while they bullshitting, I think he get a call from the hospital or from his sister or somebody in his family telling him that his grandmother is being rushed to the hospital. His shit went to the hospital earlier or whatever. So anyway, he come on the thing, he says, my grandmama, she old. Okay, we know grandmamas is old. And he said, but I got to get to Letitia. I'm like, they just told you that your grandmother, who you just confessing how you love more than anything outside of your wife and your son, that she done moved the stars for you, but you don't run to the hospital to see her. You go to see Letitia. Like, you can't call her from the fucking hospital. So I already see that I don't want to see that what he going to do is use this angle to go try to get his wife back, and that's exactly what he did. Now again, when he show up in her office, I think she says, how you know I was here? Okay, for real, bitch, you got a tracker on your car. So anyway, he sit down. I know you're busy, but I need you right now. You don't need her. You need to get your ass to the hospital. But I know you love my grandmama. She said, what's going on, Glenn? What is it? Talk to me. My grandmama, she in the hospital. So anyway, like, this motherfucker can't make no phone call to call out to find out what's going on with her. He tells her and she called. And so he sit there like he a damn kid. This is what I'm saying, like men. He sit there, waiting for the information. She said, and she called in like she the damn care nurse. Here's a teacher on the phone. And what's going on? Hospice. What's going on? And anyway, she said, well, they say, oh my God. So anyway, he looking for an angle. That's what I put. And, she's like, oh, my God, I know Glenn. So you see her in her confessional. No, he says this, I knew it was coming. When he mouthed it, I mouthed it with his ass. Will you go to the hospital with me? No, motherfucker, I'm working. You can go to the hospital there, and when you get there, you call me. But that's not what she said. He needs me at this time. He's almost over the edge. Girl, he ain't over no damn edge. Because I think before he called you, he was sitting up there. You should have seen him when he was a few minutes ago. When he was up there talking to you should have seen him in the scene when he was talking to, what's his name, Cliff. So anyway, I lost my uncle. Now, I don't even remember him. I've been watching this shit since it's been on TV. I don't remember him mentioning no uncle that died, even when the uncle died. So, the uncle died. So he said, can you ride with me? And I would have said, nope, sure can't. This way, and I need him to. This where you want to see if he a man, see how strong he is. You gonna handle your business. After you handle your business, I'll be there. You don't owe him that type of shit no more. And I got so mad because what I thought to myself, you know what, Gucci, did you sign a contract? You did get a contract from Marie, but y'all make us keep that lease because I think he gonna use his angle to move back in the house. Well, she ain't leaving that nigga. He ain't, but he trash though. And even if she go back to him, if she still stay with him after this season, it ain't gotta be all episodes. But she see the one where he's sitting in the bar with that fucking with the marriage expert of the year, Cliff. Man. I don't know, Marie. Don't let her break that damn lease. So anyway, I have to talk about a few other things with them. What was it? Like I said, don't let her break that damn lease. You make her keep paying that lease, cause she gonna go back home with Glenn and his raggedy behind self. And I wanted to say, that conversation that Cliff had with oh my goodness, I told y'all after y'all did that shit last week not to do it to me again. When the men talking, Cliff and Glenn at a bar, they having drinks, and Glenn using all kinds of words. I think, what that word, I think I didn't put it. She incognito. That was a word. It's incognito. What else? Another word that he said. Well, anyway, this one pissed me off about him. When he said this, I thought when we was at the reunion and I did the DNA test and it came back negative that we was going to be, that we could put stuff back on track. And you really thought after you got him back and it was negative that the kid wasn't yours. And then she gave you some ass too, but the only thing that messed it up for you is that she gave you booty, but you had to wear condoms, so that kind of threw you off a little bit. You're like, damn, I'm not sure. But you sitting up in there, you got to do you did the crime, dog. You got to do the time, and you just kept doing the crime because, of course, when you was fucking around, she didn't leave you. Because that was in the first season. She didn't leave. She still ain't left you. I mean, yeah, she left you. She had a mama house somewhere. But I don't understand that. I don't understand why she got her and turned around. Then, to me, all you seem to worry about is your balls. My balls is blue. My balls is so big that and it's gross. You too old to be talking about your balls like you 13, like you a boy and my balls, I can bowl with him. What else did he say? And it made me cringe. That made me cringe. And then Cliff talking. Well, she said she ain't want. Jay told you leave her. How the fuck is y'all gonna listen to any advice from any of them? So Gucci relationship is stank. Cause I think he liked so Gucci, but he wanted to be with Selena. I think that, oh my goodness, and when Latrice invited her husband out and apologized to him for not telling him that she went to M-Bar, and then for him to say, whatever, I ain't mad about no M-Bar, I'm mad because I kicked old boy out. We need to see what happened in the house, because when I kicked old boy out, you had nerve to go out and have drinks with them, and you operating with the ops. And Akia was right when she told that, Aisha was right when I said Aisha was right when she told that nigga he better go, Josh, that he need to go find him a job, because Cliff is working on that relationship because he don't want her to have no relationship with nobody. And when he was sitting there at the table, she was like, I'm your equal. And he was like, no, I ain't. I help make you who you is and all this type of shit. And she did the right thing. She got up and she said, I'll meet you at home. That was real ladylike. But when I listened to Latrice in her confessional, she got all these balls and how I run, and if I ain't equal to him, then I'm above him. Stop telling us that shit and tell him, because he don't believe nothing you saying, and we don't either. Because I want to have a perfect marriage, and you ain't gonna have no perfect marriage. You talking about you scared he gonna leave you, bitch? What if he don't leave? What if he die? What you gonna do then? You can't identify your. Actually, if he die, you probably be better off. I'm just saying, your business probably grow. You probably look little bit happier. Only thing you control is your business, and that's why you control that like you do with that fierceness, because you ain't got no control in your house. And why the fuck is you cooking dinner and you don't even know he what? You don't even know when he coming home. You sitting here telling your mama he love a home cooked meal. Well, when he coming in, girl, ain't no telling. But whenever he get in here, he like to have a meal cooked. Well, motherfucker, cook it or get you a chef. And then he know how to take care of himself. He just want her to do it. And that's what happened. He probably met her when she was 16, 17, 18, maybe 18. 19 legal with 20. I'll give him 19, 20, and he has groomed her ass. And then her mama just said it, you married your daddy because your daddy left, so you want you to have your daddy. You don't need no daddy. You're a grown ass woman. You need a man. And he treats you horrible to me. That I don't even see. And you keep saying you got perfect marriage. Girl, your marriage is not perfect if you're not sleeping in the bed with your husband. If y'all not having sex, if you're not sleeping with him, if you feel like he mistreats you, and he does, you know what I'm saying? Get over that. And then him and his confessional, she ain't going to control me. I'm going to be the man. And what I say is what's going to be. No, it ain't, motherfucker. What's going to be is you finna not be here. Some kind of way. Now, I ain't violent. But I ain't putting up with that type of shit. I don't want him to leave me. And what if he do? So what? What if he don't leave you but of his own will? What if he just go to bed and have a heart attack? It could happen. What if he get hit by a car? What the fuck are you going to do then? And then, like, people, they be jealous. Girl, ain't nobody jealous of that type of shit. They might be jealous of the material shit that they see, but ain't nobody jealous. Ain't nobody envious of that. Because if you don't even have peace in your house. You probably only got peace at work. So I'm just saying, you deluding yourself. And ain't nobody jealous of you and your mama telling you the truth. Your mama should just tell you the truth. Just leave that motherfucker, because that's what you need to do. He probably don't even like your mama neither. So anyway, the mama said, she lay down at night, and she feels, she be worried about it. Don't worry about me, I got this. Girl, you ain't got nothing. You delusional. He don't even want to have conversations with you. He talking about you write down the shit you got a problem with, and he'll tell you we gonna fix it. Next. I do not like the men at Huntsville. They all got like a little. Oh, and I'm gonna ask you this: how the fuck did Jay get Selena? I can see how he get Gucci. Gucci, you just I'm so Gucci. First of all, cause you so Gucci. I mean, I remember my daughter. My daughter's name is Jordan, and she was in school. They call her J Boo. She 29. I don't think she want nobody calling her J Boo. Yeah, so. I'm not really sure. I think that so Gucci want to be mad at Latrice. I don't know. I'm not giving this with a lot of energy because I think I'm feeling kind of burnt out on. They're not. I'm kind of burnt out on these reality TV shows because the shit ain't real, and then it is real, and then the stuff I want to see, I don't want to see women hurting. I want to see happy marriages. I want to see marriages that can go through a struggle, but they work together and they get through it. I don't want men giving advice, telling them, hey, she won't give it to you, just go get it because you got blue ball. Learn how to control yourself, Glenn. That's why you're in the position that you're in now. Because a man that can control his dick is a smart man, and you can't do that. You can't control your dick because you put everything on the line for it, and you don't have nothing. She got everything, and I ain't even know what she got. I just see like a foyer in a room that says Enterprise shit. I don't know what she doing because that Aisha girl and came and took all that shit over. She having the meetings and all that, and she only invite the other girl. So I don't know. Like I said, I ain't seen Tamara this episode, but I'm gonna get off of this thing. Because I don't know. I don't really rate the episodes. I just tell you I don't like it. I like it or I didn't like it. And I didn't like it. But I'm going over my notes now to make sure I got everything I want to tell you. Yep, they're still dressing like high school. But that was it. That's all I got out of this. Yep, that's all I got. So anyway, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you didn't go anywhere. You came here and you stayed with me. You stayed 30 minutes and 7 seconds with me, so I'm going to get off of this thing. I appreciate you. Leave a comment, like, dislike, or not. I'm just doing my thing. So, have a good one, and I will see you on the next recap. Bye now.